Okay, a very good morning to all. I'm Devas and I'm Steven. He's my friend.
Muhammad Harizal bin Abdul Manaf.
We are currently studying Bachelor in Business Administration at University of Malaysia. Today, we are going to share our experience and discuss about the theme of bank and money.
Good morning, Deba. Yes, it's a great topic we are going to talk today. Our Malaysia's current economical state in critical condition.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a nice topic too. The global financial crisis and the Great Recession pose daunting new challenges for central banks around the world, and spark of innovation in the design, implementation, and communication of monetary policy. Of maximum employment and price stability. Conference provides a time opportunity to consider how the lesson how to conduct of the monetary policy in the future.
Yeah, I agree with you. U.S. economic activity continues to expand, led by solid ground in household spending. But business investment remains soft and subdued. Foreign demand and the appreciation of the dollar since May 2014 continues the return export. While economic ground has not been repeated, it has been sufficient to generate further improvement in the dollar market. So something through the monthly ups and downs. Job gains average 190,000 per month over the past 3 months. Other the employment rate has remained fairly steady this year, near 5% border, nearest of labor objective of 2%, reflecting in part the transitory effect of yearly decline in emergency energy and import price.
Okay, I agree with you, but the economic outlook is uncertain and the slow monetary policy is not on in the present course. Our ability to predict predict the fund rates and evolve over limit time, and because the monetary or policy will change and the response to whatever disturbance many buffers the economy. In addition, the level of short-term interest rates consistent with the dual methods, whereas over time is response to customers' shift and underlying economic condition. They are often true events only in highlights. What about the money? What do you think about the money actually?
Okay, what is money? Money is an officially issue tender generally consisting of note and coin, and is the calculating medium of exchange to defined by the government. Money is often synonymous with cash and includes various negatable instruments such as checks.
Apart from that, the second second thing is foreign and currency and exchange rate. Some countries share a type of currency such as euro used by the European Union. The currency of the one of the country can be exchanged for the currency of another. We are a currency exchange. The current exchange rate determines how much of one currency must be used to purchase and specify among the other currency.
Legal standard. Legal standard is a type of payment that can lawfully be used to meet financial obligations. Money is legal tender. It's a commodity or asset or an officially issued currency on coin that can be legally exchanged for something of equal value, such as a good or service, or that can be used in payment of the debit. Currency may include notice of the legal tender status. In the United States, for example, the paper money includes the information that this note is legal tender for all debits, public and private. In Australia, that not include the affirmative information that this Australian note is legal tender thoughts of Australia and these terrorists.
Okay, it's okay. Apart from that, they got exclusion for the money for the classification. Not all methods that can be used to settle debts are money. For example, credit card is not considered money as it served as a method transferring of debt owned for another party to another. When a person was a credit card to purchase from a retailer, the debt of the associate with the retailer is paid by assuming the owed to the credit to the issue. Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to explain about what is bank, the definition, and how bank is important to people. Okay, the bank is a financial institution licensed to receive deposits and make loans. Loans, you know, right? Loans is what?
Yes, I know.
Okay, banks may also provide financial services such as wealth management, currency exchange, and safe deposit boxes. There are two types of banks: commercial retail bank and investment banks. In most countries, banks are regulated in national governments of central bank. How about the breaking down of the banks?
Okay, the breaking down of the bank. Commercial banks are typically consumer with managing withdraw and receiving deposit, as well as suppliers short-term loans to individual and small business. Customers primarily use the bank for basic checking and saving account. Certificates of deposit and home mortgage. Central bank chiefly responsible for currency stability, controlling inflation and monetary policy, and overseeing money supply. Several of the world's major central banks include the US Federal Reserve Bank, the European Central Bank, the Bank of England, the Bank of Japan, the Swiss National Bank, and the People Banks of China.
Okay, as you said previously, I think actually a lot of types of banks in our country, either in overseas or in domestic. Actually, while many banks have both a bricks and mortar and online presence, some banks have only in online services, such as presence and others. Only one type of, I think not only one, often offer consumer higher interest rate and the lower fees. Okay, online only, banks often consumers higher interest rates and the lower fees. As I say, convenience, interest rates, and the fees are the driving factor in consumer decision which bank and do business with. All the alternative banks, consumer can opt to use the credit union. Okay, I think you can explain to us about the role of banks.
The rules of banks. First thing you know about the rules of banks. Everyone needs banks, but not everyone understands how banks work or the roles they play in the world's economy. Here are 5 questions and answers to help explain. What do banks do? Banks play an important role as an intermediary or go-between in the financial system. They have 3 main functions.
Actually, banks can safely deposit your savings,
Yes.
which banks then pay interest on. If there were no banks, people would have to store and protect their savings themselves, and it's not safe to them, and which would involve major risk. Okay. Banks are largely responsible for the payment system. Electronic payment are becoming more important as people to a large cash. This means that banks are processing more cards payment, transfer, debit cards, and others. Bank issues loans to both people and companies. Without banks, we would be too very hard and to buy to a home and start a new business or for companies to make investment and others. Okay, banks do variety of things such as helping cooperation with others, often more complex financial needs. This can range from the various ways to gain access to the capital of the growth and the investment, to assisting the major and the acquisition of the converting and the currency. How about the currency of the important in bank?
What is this important of banks? Our economics can't function without banks. By extracting savings and rating credit, banks are the oil for the wire that keep the economic turning. Without bank, we have to pay for everything with cash, which we have to save somewhere. That's obviously very risky. Without bank, go between server and borrower would have to find each other personally, and a single transaction between a safe and a borrower would be very costly. Just think of the fees you have to pay a solitary contracts. Plus, the safe would be assuming a big risk. If the borrower can't repay, the safe would lose all their savings. A bank lends money to a lot of people and companies. If some are unable to repay their loan, the bank can absorb these losses and save won't be affected.
Okay, banks also can help the issue for the customer generally once ready access to the money and the deposit. While many loans require long-term commitments such as 30 years of the financial house. Okay, so banks borrow short terms and by long terms by doing the transform debts of the bank loans with short maturities, it's mean deposit into credits with the long maturities, managing the risk associated and collecting the difference of the transmission rate of the profit. This is known as the term transformation in the vital of the banking. Okay, now I am going to minimize and how does using the bank minimize the customer. Managing and the monitoring risk are the heart of the banking. And then most banks have strict policies and place various levels to handle both financial and non-financial risks, including social and environmental risk. But more generally speaking, banks make transactions possibly that otherwise would have been possible and only would have possible with hard risk. One reason why banks can handle such transactions and private individuals and companies cannot scale. As a conclusion of our discussion today, we should, as educated people, we should save our money wisely to use to the future. Actually, money and bank is one of the basic needs to all people. I think the things we discuss is most useful to you all guys. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.